Welcome back. Charlie Rangel, a congressman and the dean of the New York congressional delegation, was first elected to Congress back in 1971. Made history as the first African-American member of Congress to lead the powerful Ways and Means Committee. But the well-liked congressman certainly suffered from a fall of grace in 2010. Censured for ethics violations, found guilty of misusing congressional perks, failure to pay taxes on some of his income for 17 years, and misuse of a rent-stabilized apartment as a campaign office. But he thinks he can still save face. He talked about that and a lot more with our own Dominic Carter earlier today.
Well, that's right, Richard. Representative Rangel, who is now serving his 22nd term in Congress, is still as feisty and defiant as ever. He won't answer at age 82 if this is his last term. And in our interview, Rangel also had kind words from one-time nemesis. But as to his conviction that you mentioned, Richard, by the Ethics Commission on 11 counts, Rangel feels they may be overturned. Rangel points to California Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who was just cleared last Friday after a 3-year investigation where the Ethics Commission found there was no evidence that Waters violated congressional rules.
Recently, my colleague Maxine Waters was exonerated of some charges based on the misbehavior of staff members on the Ethics Committee. And I can share with you for the first time that the behavior of staff members as relates to me was far worse. So I don't want to do anything now to interfere with the election, but you can put a pin on it. The day after the election, you check with Charlie Rangel, and you will be able to see that the fight continues.
The Ethics Committee found you guilty of 11 counts of violating ethics rules, and you're saying that may be overturned?
Yes, but you should understand that they didn't charge me with violating any criminal law or any graft or corruption or any way that I self-served. What they said was that I was over-aggressive and sloppy in the bookkeeping, but they found me guilty about 9 out of 11 charges. However, those 9 related to one thing, and that is asking people to donate to the Rangel Scholarship Fund. And I didn't pay postage. I had staff to draft the letters, a whole lot of other things.
Some of your critics have said online that how dare Charlie Rangel criticize Mitt Romney on taxes, considering that I believe one of the counts you were convicted of related to taxes.
Yes, but there was never a charge that I intentionally avoided or evaded the payment of taxes. The truth of the matter was that I paid and overpaid taxes on property that was located in the Dominican Republic. They were paid in full. That was not given credit to in the United States of America because it wasn't reported, and it should have been. And had it been deducted, I would have paid them more in the Dominican Republic than I would have been liable to here. Of course, if I was guilty of violating the criminal laws, they would have referred it to the Justice Department.
My campaign is about the 100% in America, and I'm concerned about that.
You were recently, as expected, critical of the Republican presidential ticket.
That Mitt Romney change your positions on anything is like making a Class B movie where he would be Peter Sellers and we'd have someone like Woody Allen say, we need somebody quick to act like they're a presidential candidate. And they bring him out and to put the script in his hand. And he'd read the script. He said, this wasn't the script I read the last time you called me out to read. This is, no, Mr. Romney, this is a new one. You were for Medicare when you were governor, but you're against it now. Oh, okay, whatever the script says. And so to him, it makes no difference.
Word association time, Congressman Rangel. Whatever name I throw out there, I want you to tell us the first few thoughts that come to your head. And so let's start with the mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg.
He's been an outstanding mayor. He tells everyone I encouraged him to run. That's true, but I encouraged him to run as a Democrat and not a Republican.
The man that you narrowly beat in the election, Adriano Espaillat.
I hope he continues to provide good service as a state representative.
Interesting. Your one-time nemesis, Adam Clayton Powell Jr.
He endorsed me in the last election. There's a lot of good left in Adam Clayton Powell politically, and I'm certain that he still would want to make a contribution to public office.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy's an honest man. He's rough. I know his type from the neighborhoods that I came up with. He's a tough guy, but he's been very kind to me during this crisis. He's went out of his way to give me moral support in terms of honesty and fair play, and I have to acknowledge that publicly.
Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Outstanding performance as governor. I worked very closely with him when I was chairman of Ways and Means, and he was secretary of HUD. And of course, you know about the outstanding relationship I had with his dad. There is no question that he's a potential candidate for president of the United States.
Mitt Romney.
Like I said, he should be a great actor in a Class B movie, but his candidacy is a threat to our national security. The way he responded to foreign affairs, I don't want the rest of the world to believe that that's the best we got. I don't want them to believe it.
Come on, Congressman, is that fair to Mr. Romney?
Well, you can tell me why. I mean, anytime that he has a reputation for buying up companies, cutting them down, and putting them on the market, he did pretty well as a capitalist. But in demonstrating compassion for those who will lose their job or lose their health benefits, he's demonstrated no concern for them then. And when he talks about he doesn't intend to get 47% of the people that don't pay taxes, no, 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 no. He is a nightmare that I don't think will ever occur to the United States of America.
President Barack Obama.
What an outstanding opportunity we have and other people have, especially people like me who actually physically fought for the right to vote, never dreaming that a person of color could possibly be considered seriously or actually be elected.
Charlie Rangel always had something to say. We'll be right back. Everybody stay with us.